Hello, welcome to Callum channel. My channel updates Liverpool news today. If this is your first time watching the video, don't forget to click subscribe. With one delicious, match-winning swing of his right boot, Curtis Jones gave a mouth-watering glance into Liverpool's future. The 18-year-old midfielder settled the 235th Merseyside derby Liverpool's way with a stunning effort that arched past England number 1 Jordan Pickford and nestled into the net via the underside of the crossbar on Sunday. Undoubtedly a career highlight so far for the local-born Jones, but he is adamant this won't be the pinnacle of his Liverpool stay. He surprisingly declared, post-match, "At times it's frustrating thinking you might get a chance but then having to sit on the bench and watch. We proved that we're learning every day and trying to push for a place in the team. I dream of a lot of things but this one was more than a dream." Under the tutelage of Jurgen Klopp, Jones only needs to look at the other Scouser in the team in the form of Trent Alexander-Arnold to see how raw talent can be honed and developed to an elite level. Alexander-Arnold's spectacular rise since his senior debut in October 2016 should act as the prime example for Jones to follow after what has been a season to remember so far for the teenager. Aged 18, fresh from a long-term contract signed in August, Jones has plenty to look forward to at Anfield. But just how might the Reds' side look when the attacking midfielder is approaching his peak? With the crystal ball in place, we've taken a look at what Liverpool's team could well look like a few years down the line. Goalkeeper. At 27 years old, Alisson Becker will still, in all likelihood, be a top-class goalkeeper in 2025. Shot stoppers, unlike their outfield colleagues, tend to retain the same level into their 30s, with the likes of Gigi Buffon, Peter Schmeichel and Edwin van der Sar all performed with distinction as their careers ticked towards their 40th birthday. With Alisson widely accepted as one of the world's finest here and now, it is not unrealistic to expect him to still be performing to an elite level 5 years from now. At 21, Kevin Kelleher could be approaching his prime as an Ireland international as backup. Defense. The big debate is over the long-term positioning of Alexander-Arnold. The academy graduate was a roving central midfielder in a previous life, but has carved out a niche as one of Europe's most adventurous right-backs during his time in the Liverpool senior side. It is a question asked of the West Derby-born Reds star often, and one he continues to sidestep somewhat with claims that he is happy to play wherever asked. As Alexander-Arnold is currently rated as one of the best fullbacks around, however, well, keep him in his current slot. But does he have the captain's armband? It is an ambition he has never shied away from. At 26, he will be in the prime of his career. Andy Robertson will be 30 in 5 years' time, meaning there are still an ample distance left to run down the left for the Scotland captain at Anfield. Joe Gomez will be 27 and at his peak as a top-class central defender, while Virgil van Dijk, at 33 and given his unrivaled talents in the present, might have another year or two left in the tank as an imperious centre-back. Aged 23, Neco Williams could be a useful squad option for Klopp's Reds, while Kijana however and Sepp van den Berg, both at 22, will be knocking on the first-team door with more regularity. Yasser Laoussi, meanwhile, might offer versatility down the left side at the same age as Williams. Midfield. At 23, Jones could be ideally placed to establish himself as a mainstay in the Liverpool squad. An attacking midfielder capable of operating on the flanks, his versatility, skill and, as evidenced by the Merseyside derby, his eye for goal could be important attributes for his boyhood club. For Klopp, it is clear that he would much rather give a young hopeful time to develop than splurge big money if he feels it isn't warranted. Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum will be approaching the twilight of their careers at 34, while James Milner, at 38, will surely no longer be on the first-team roster. Fabinho and Naby Keita, at 31 and 29, respectively, could still be operating at Anfield, however. Takumi Minamino, at 29, could be in line for a new Anfield contract should he not sign fresh terms on a deal inked earlier this month. The 19-year-old Kai Havertz is a name who is continually linked with the Reds. The Bayer Leverkusen starlet will attract more suitors and Liverpool are likely to be at least monitoring developments. Forward. At 32, Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah's jet-heeled talents might begin to be on the wane, somewhat. The pair are reliant on a turn of pace that might start to slow as they approach their respective 33rd birthdays. Roberto Firmino, at 33, might just be ringing out the last of his brilliance in the Liverpool side, also. At 29, Divock Origi could still be operating at a good level for the Reds, while Harvey Elliott, quite ludicrously, will still be just 21. The youngest player to ever feature in the Premier League will have been moulded into a senior player by then and could form a key part of Liverpool's attack. Ryan Brewster may also be a cornerstone too at the age of 24. Liverpool have been linked with spectacular moves for Kylian Mbappe and Jadon Sancho in recent months, though. Borussia Dortmund star Sancho is likely to be the cheapest option of the two, but the England international will still command a figure close to around £100 million, one would imagine. At 24, Sancho could be one of the planet's very best if he continues his upward trajectory, and a move for a player of his ilk would reconfigure the attack considerably. The same would apply to a 26-year-old Mbappe, who could very well be a Ballon d'Or winner inside the next 5 years. The France international's transfer fee from Paris Saint-Germain could be prohibitive to Liverpool, however, regardless of their bottom line figure for income over much of this new decade.